Okay, so I'm going through the homework booklet for the intermediate. This is going through task 4 and 5. So the first question is find the factors of 45. So I like to write these in pairs. So you want pairs of numbers that multiply to make 45. So we've got 1 and 45, 3 and 15, and 5 and 9. So a lot of people might forget about 3 and 15, so don't forget to go through all the numbers and think about if they're in timetables. So next is find the 6th and 9th multiple of 7. So the 6th would be 6 times 7, which is 42. And the 9th would be 9 times 7, which is 63. Factors of 55, we've got 1 and 55, and 5 and 11. So again, pairs of numbers that multiply to make 55. First 4 multiples of 6.2, so you want to do 6.2 times table. So first would be 6.2. Then we add another 6.2, so that'd be 12.4. Then we add another 6.2, so that's 18.6. And we add another 6.2, which is 24.8. Next one is write 33 as a percentage out of 50. So if we've got that in a fraction, 33 out of 50, to get any fraction into a percentage, if as long as it's over 100, we can just take the top number. So to get this to 100, we could just double it. So that would be 66 out of 100. So don't forget you've got to double the top as well. So that's therefore just 66%. 7 out of 20 as a percentage. So to get the 20 out to 100, we would times it by 5. So we do 7 times 5 as well. So that's 35 out of 100. Therefore, it's just 35%. So as soon as that's out of 100, then you can just take the top number. So 17 out of 25. So to get 25 to 100, we would times it by 4. So you want to times the top by 4 as well. So that's 68. And therefore, that's out of 100 now. So that's just 68%. 11 out of 20, so again, to go from 20 to 100, we times by 5. 11 times 5 is 55, so that's 55 out of 100, which is 55%. Highest common factor of 36 and 60, you've got to need to go through your 36 times, you need to think of the factors of 36, you need to think of the factors of 60, so what times table are they both in, and the highest one is going to be 12, okay, so a lot of people would think 6, but 12 does also go into 36 and 60, because 5 times 60. Highest common factor of 30 and 45. Again, you want to think of what factors go into 30, what factors go into 45, and the highest one is going to be 15. Lowest common multiple of 4 and 9. So you would write down your 4 times table, you would write down your 9 times table until you get the lowest number that's in both of them, which is 36. Same again for lowest common multiple of 25 and 30. You would do your 25 times table, you do your 30 times table, and the lowest number that appears first in both of them is 150. Right, next one, percentage of an amount. So 70% of 60. If we first find 10% by just dividing 60 by 10, that's 6. Then we can jump to 70% by timesing it by 7, so it is 42. So our answer is 42. Next one, 25%. So if we first find 50% by halving it, so half of 844 is 422. Then we can find 25% by halving it again to get 211. Next one, 2% of 210. If we first find 1% by dividing it by 100, so that'd be 2.1. 2% would be double that, which is 4.2. Next one, 5%. So if we first find 10% of 620 by dividing it by 10 to get 62, 5% is just half of 10%, which is going to be 31. A bit of subtracting decimals, so don't forget to write these on top of each other. So we've got 27.7, take away 3.29, you have to line up your decimals, there's invisible zeros, don't forget. 0 take away 9, we can't do it, we've got to borrow. 10 take away 9 is 1, 6 take away 2 is 4, decimal just moves straight down. 7 take away 3 is 4, and our 2 take away nothing is 2, so it's 24.41. 0.6 times 1.1, so that's the same as 6 times 11, which is 66. And then we have to put 2 numbers after the decimal because there's 2 numbers after the decimal in our question. So our answer is 0.66. Next one, 5 cubed. That's 5 times 5 times 5, which is 125. And we're subtracting 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. 125 take away 27 is 98. When we are adding fractions, we can not only we can do the boom boom pow trick. So we can do 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 6 is 12, so we're adding that. And the denominator is 6 times 3, which is 18. So 12 add 3 is 15 out of 18. And again, you can simplify that if you divide them both by 3, which is 5 out of 6. It doesn't say to simplify it, but either one will get you the marks. Right, so that was task 4. If I go through task 5 now, so this is 3 cubed. That means 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. We're adding 2 cubed, which is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. 27 add 8 is 35. Next one, 10 to the power of 4 means 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 4 times 10, I don't know how many I said, which is 10,000, so 4 zeros basically. We add in 20 times 20, which is 400, so our answer is 10,400. 5 cubed, we've got 5 times 5 times 5, which is 125. And we add in 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 32. And then we do 125, add 32, which is 157. Next one, we got 0.9 times 0.3, just 9 times 3 is 27. We need to put our decimal back in, 2 numbers after the decimal in my question, so 2 numbers after the decimal in my answer, so it's 0.27. Same for 0.7 times 0.8, just 7 times 8 is 56. There's 2 numbers after my decimal in my question, so there has to be 2 numbers after the decimal in my answer, so it's 0.56. Next one, 8 times 6 is 48. But in my question, I've only got 1 number after the decimal. So my answer, I only want 1 number after my decimal. So it is 4.8. Next one, we got subtracting decimals. So I got 14.8. Take away 7.81, invisible 0. 0 take away 1, we can't do it. We need to borrow. So, I don't know why it's changed to yellow. So we got 10 take away 1 is 9. 7 take away 8, we can't do it. We need to borrow. So I got 17 take away 8, which is 9. Our decimal moves straight down. 13 take away 7 is 6. Our answer is 6.99. Subtracting decimals again, I got 26.7. Take away 16.56, invisible 0. 0 take away 6, we can't do it. We need to borrow. 10 take away 6 is 4. 6 take away 5 is 1. Decimal moves straight down. 6 take away 6 is 0. 2 take away 1, 1. So 10.14. Again, subtracted decimals. So 42.7. Subtract 26.46, we've got invisible 0. 0 take away 6, we can't do it, we need to borrow. 10 take away 6 is 4. 6 take away 4 is 2, decimal just moves straight down. 2 take away 6, we can't do it, we need to borrow. 12 take away 6 is 6. 3 take away 2 is 1, so 16.24. Next one, subtracting decimals, we can do the boom boom pow trick again. So we go 7 times 5 first, so it's always the first number of the fraction first, so that's 35. We would subtract 2 times 10, which is 20, and the denominator 10 times 5, 50. 35 take away 20 is 15 out of 50. Again, it doesn't ask you to simplify, but if you want to, you can. It's 3 out of 10. Next one, subtract fractions again. We can do boom boom pow, so 3 times 2 first is 6. 1 times 8, it would be taken away 8, and 8 times 2 is 16. So this would be actually minus 2 out of 16, which is the same as minus 1/8, okay? Next one, so you can have minus fractions. Next one, we got 14 times 10, which is 140. We're taking away 3 times 15, which is 45. And that's, I haven't drawn my line. And then we do 15 times 10, which is 150. So that's going to be 95 out of 150. Or again, if you've simplified it, I think it goes all the way down to 19 out of 30. Next one, factors of 42. So you want your pairs of numbers that multiply to make 42. So we got 1 and 42. 2 times 21. It is in the 3 times table, so 3 and 14. And it's not in the 4s, not in the 5s, 6 times 7. So those are all your factors of 42. Next one, we got 75% of 480. So to get 75, we can do 50% and 25% and add them. So 50% would just be half of the 480, so that's 240. 25% would be half of the 50%, so 120. Therefore, 75%, we can add those together to get 360. 4%, so if we first do 1%, so 1% is divide your number by 100, so that's 2.1. We can jump straight to 4% by timesing that by 4, which is 8.4. 30%, if we do 10% first, so 10% is just divide your number by 10, so that's 42. We can jump to 30% by timesing that by 3 to get 126. Next one, highest common factor of 24 and 60. So you write your factors of 24, write your factors of 60. Biggest number in both of them is 12. Lowest common multiple is 6 and 10. You do your 6 times table, you do your 10 times table. The lowest number that is in both of them is 30. Write 7 as a percentage out of 20. So when we've got 7 out of 20, we can only write it as a percentage if it's out of 100. So to get 20 out of 100, we would times it by 5. We would also times the top by 5, so 7 times 5 is 35, and therefore it's 35%. Last one, we got 19 out of 25 as a percentage, so to get from 25 to 100, we would times it by 4. We would also therefore times 19 by 4 to get 76, so it's 76%.